When you first arrived here, were you sort of what were you expecting? Were you kind of thinking, this is a team, they've spent a lot of money, I'll go straight into the team, or did you think, I'm going to have to work?
Of course I thought I had to work. Come on. When you join a team like Man City or one of the biggest teams in the world, you know you will have heavy competition. So when I first arrived, I didn't know if the manager was counting on me as a winger or as a midfielder. But either way, if I counted to him as a midfielder, I would get Kevin, David, Gundogan. For 2 positions, I already said 3 players. If he counted on me as a winger, I had on that first season I had Leroy and Sterling, fantastic players. So yeah, you always have to work hard. You always have to be and to play and to train 100% every day if you want to play in a team like this one. So even now, I know if my level drops a little bit, yeah, I will go easily to the bench. So I need to keep working, because the quality is huge on this squad, and that's the challenge. That's the big thing about coming to one of the best clubs in the world. If you want to be relaxed and know that you will play all the games, you don't come to one of the best teams in the world.
You have to find a way to relax, though, because it's just relentless. We were saying about, this is a team where you just have to win pretty much every single week. What do you do? Not like, do you go to the cinema? What do you meditate? I mean, how do you psychologically stay in like a good place?
Well, yeah, it's not easy to be focused every day of the year. It's not easy. Sometimes, some days you're a little bit more off than others. But I think most of these players, it's been like 10 years that they play football, 10 years that the fans, the club, the managers, everyone demands so much from us that we're used to it. So nowadays, for me, a moment of pressure is already a normal moment. So I'm kind of used to it. And obviously, when I have the time to relax and be with my family, I also enjoy.
What's Pep Guardiola's relationship with you like? What do you learn from him?
Well, mostly, I think his ambition. I think he's very intense. He's a very intense person in a way that he never lets you relax. So as I said before, it's never easy to be focused 365 days per year, and sometimes you're a bit off, and he doesn't let you be off. So mostly his ambition, his willingness to always win more and more. I think that's what I learned the most from him.
Is there a teammate of yours here that you particularly look up to?
Well, a few of them. So I think this dressing room is a very good one. I've had not so good dressing rooms in my career. I won't tell you which ones, okay. But I've had bad dressing rooms, very good ones, and this Man City dressing room is very good. The atmosphere that we lived on my first season here when we won the league for the first time, and last season was unbelievable. Hopefully we will keep it that way. I would say you always look a little bit to the more experienced guys, and you try to learn from them. So I would say Fernandinho, the way he works and everything he does every day. I look up to him a lot. David. So a lot of people, to be honest, in this team. Even the youngest guys, Kyle Walker, he works a lot. Fabian Delph would work every day as hard as he could. Who can I say more? Vincent Kompany, everyone knows, he already left, but he was someone that everyone in the team would look up to. But as I said, I could say here more 10 names because the dressing room and the atmosphere and the way this team is very professional and everyone works very very hard. So it's not easy to say only 1 or 2 names.
David Silva, we know, of course, this is his final season with Manchester City. What was it like when the players learned that? He must be very, very popular here.
Well, yeah. So he's going for his 10th season, his last one, unfortunately, for the club and for the fans. Probably top 3 best players ever for this club, right? So for me, playing more or less in the same position, he was always someone, even before I came here, someone I would look up to. He's won everything in football. He just needs the Champions League. He won the World Cup, the European Cup, many Premier Leagues. So yeah, he's had a beautiful career. I hope that he can have a few more titles this season to his beautiful career, and he can help us be even better. He's our captain this season. He's a very nice guy that helps everyone. So yeah, pleasure to play with him, honestly.
That Champions League must be something you guys think about a lot.
Well, yeah, it's something this club never won, so it's obviously something that we want to win, because as I said before, when you play in a club like Man City, you have to aim for all trophies. And the last 2 seasons, the way we went out on the Champions League were big disappointments, was quite tough on us. And we know it's a special competition. We know small details can make a difference. For example, last season we lost 1-0 away against Tottenham. We were losing 2-1 at home. We came back from that to 4-2, right? Mm-hmm. And then they scored the third goal on a corner where the ball hits here. I don't know if it hits the hand or not, and then
Llorente, yeah.
So it's a small detail that put us out of the Champions League. We know it's a difficult competition, because you don't play only against the best teams in England. You play against Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Juventus. All the teams want to win this one. But yeah, it's what this club needs more to be even better, because we've shown how good we are here in England. The last 8 titles in England, or 9 or 10 or whatever, we won 70% or 80% of them. And if this club and this team especially wants to be remembered as one of the best, we need to win in Europe.
I'm almost out of questions. This one is very important to everybody in England.
Okay.
How excited should we be about Phil Foden?
Well, very excited. Very excited. I think it's good if you don't put too much pressure on him, because he's from 2000. I just think he's 6 years younger than me. So wow. But he's a huge talent. And if he keeps working as hard as he does every day, because he does work very hard, and if his mentality is good, and he has that, 1-2 years is one of the best midfielders in the world.
Wow.
I think so, yeah. Honestly, he has the potential for that.
How do you close off that kind of pressure thing? You know, like what you were saying about not to put too much on him.
Well, you mean as a player?
Yeah.
As a player? I don't know, because I never had that much pressure, because I went step by step. I think for Phil, for example, because he comes from Man City, to go from the second team of Man City to the first one it's a huge step. And me, I was from the second team of Benfica to Monaco, and then always growing, and then Man City. So I don't know what kind of pressure he has, but I think he enjoys so much playing football, and he loves what he does. He just has to keep enjoying it and keep doing what he likes, the way he's done it in the past, and he will be successful. Because when you have a good mentality like he has, and when you're good, because he's very good, it's a matter of time. Sometimes you need 6 more months, sometimes you need 1 more year, but sooner or later he will be one of the best.
Paulo Futre, legend of Portuguese football. In fact, Jose Mourinho said Paulo Futre is the best Portuguese player in history, but that's another story. Futre said recently who he thinks will win the Ballon d'Or after Messi and Ronaldo retire. Do you know who he said?
I think I've read that.
He said Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, but I don't like to read these kind of things, because being honest, that's an award that over the last 10 years, almost only two guys won it. And obviously, I want to fight to be one of the best. I want to win the best trophies, and the most important ones. The Champions League, I've never won it. I would like to win something more with my country. I would like to keep winning Premier Leagues, but then these kind of single trophies, it's never. I think you don't need to think about them. If they come, fantastic. If they don't, that's it. You just work as hard as you can to help your team to win collective trophies, and then the individual ones will come afterwards if they come.